All right, so bear with me if I don't know how to properly upload these clips. There might be two parts. I was interrupted. Nothing anybody could do about that. It was my restorative therapy aide. Robbie's a great guy. He just didn't know I was recording a video. It happens. It's cool. So back to the watch service and the watch group. Basically, if you acted, like a rude person or somebody that's not respectable, then we deal with you accordingly. So long story short, um, fall of 2018 rolls around, the holiday season comes, it's winter, the holidays are arriving, and I start to get people reaching out to me to check on me during the holiday season. It's rough being in a home or a hospital during the holiday season. And they start to send me things out of the kindness of their heart. Care packages, some food here and there, some jerky, some protein snacks, some sweets, some cookies, anything they can. Just being great people. It blows me away. It's not too much. Just a few items here and there, but I'm really blown away by it. Um, so that makes me feel great about the fact that I'm not alone in this world. There are people out there, and inside this group, there are plenty of people that have also gone through the same thing I've gone through. So that's important to feel like you're a part of something. You're not alone ever. So in the midst of going through this, we try to progress to the spring of last year, and I hit a really hard patch. In May of 2019, I was told that basically to qualify to receive Medicaid, which I wasn't aware of this system, which I'll get into in future videos, the criminal nature of our insurance system in this country, which I wish you guys would all know. And I hope you never have to deal with personally because it is absurd, but I'm going off on a tangent here. But May of 2019 rolls around, June of 2019 rolls around, and I start to get really depressed. And I mean really depressed. I had to give up my car. I had to give away a couple $1,000s of my savings, all to qualify to receive Medicaid to pay for the basic care that I have at this facility. When I came here, I wasn't really told the full story as to what my liability was, and so then things became a little bit chaotic and confusing as to far as what I had to pay. So May rolls around last year, and I have to get rid of my vehicle. I have to voluntarily give that up. So I basically forfeited my vehicle, which destroyed my credit. I had to give several $1,000s away. I had to turn over my income checks to this facility even though I got income because I was disabled, but I had to give that money back to this facility because that's how Medicaid works. Um, Things just started hitting a downward spiral. I was supposed to get a consult on my potential orthopedic surgery to get my hips replaced, but that didn't come through because my wounds weren't even close to being healed yet. One thing after another, it spiraled, got way out of control. I was very depressed. Um, when you're alone and you feel like a lot of your friends, for whatever reason, aren't there anymore, or they're busy, or life gets in the way, and they just can't be the same friends they used to be beforehand, um, you get really lonely and you start to think about things. And I'm in this room by myself, and nothing's going right my way. And so I started to think some really dark thoughts. Very, very dark thoughts. A lot of them I don't want to recreate ever again, but I was going through a very tough time where I questioned why I was doing all this, questioned everything. Um, Made a post, basically a desperate call for help, just for people. I know that sounds trivial and trite in the long grand scheme of things. It sounds thirsty, if you will, but I didn't know what else to do. I uh, I reached out for help in my own way. What I got from this group of people that just liked watches together, um, from that point forward, has been nothing short of a miracle, truly a miracle. Um, a bunch of people reached out, told me I'm not alone, told me they have my back, they have my six, they've got me wherever I go, and then that led into that they started to send me cards and letters and well wishes and phone calls. Then one member, Jeremy, he decided to come visit me. He was supposed to come with a couple of members, but some stuff happened. He just came by himself from Denver. It's about an 8.5 hour, 8 hour drive from Denver to KC. Came out here to see me, spent the night so he could have lunch with me the following day and then drive back home. A man took time away from his family, his wife, his children, to come and see me, to have a meal with me, just to let me know I'm not alone and I'm not stranded, that there are friends out there for me, and this world's a good place. I can't even begin to tell you how amazing that was. It just blew me away. Still to this day, it blows me away. Bought me a super nice lunch and just sat and talked to me for a couple hours, just to let me know that I'm not alone. It was exceptional. It was amazing. As the months progressed, people started to do even crazier things for me. We had a watch made for the group by a watch company called Deep Blue Watches. We made specialty watches, and I couldn't afford any of the watches because I was, once again, destitute, on Medicaid in this facility. I'd just given away thousands of dollars back to this facility so I could qualify to live here. Another member, Casey, he reached out and purchased a watch for me. He just gave me a watch for no reason at all because he knew how much of what the Brotherhood was doing for me meant to me. So he gave me a watch that I'll never get rid of ever again, and it's got our crest, if you will, on the back of the watch, and it's a small run watch. It's only got a certain number of watches done, and I got the last run of that watch run itself. I got the last watch of that watch run, so it means a lot to me. And then the group progresses, and then we start going forward towards the fall of last year. I start to get sad again because the holidays come around, and I'm a big holiday guy. I love the holidays. I'm telling you, Thanksgiving and Christmas, to me, there's nothing better in this world. But when you're in a place like this, you get lonely. You get really, really lonely. Holidays sort of lose meaning because you can't really find the joy in things, because I'm surrounded by, not to be overly dramatic, but a lot of very sick people, people who have died since then, people who are going to die, people who are also going to get better and leave here, but it's not really an equitable split between those two things. So the holidays roll around, and next thing I know, I start to receive food boxes full of hundreds of dollars and things that I've never even considered asking for ever in my life. Warm well wishes, and then the Christmas gifts started coming in, and the guys buying me dinners all the time. Anthony and Scott and Don and Chad. And don't feel bad if I didn't mention you guys. I could go on forever, but I'm trying to keep this a little low key and not mention everyone's name also. But the outpouring was exceptional. I got a gift basket from New York from a gentleman who I've never met before and only talked to on a limited basis. He sent me a deli gift basket from a deli in New York that was full of cool deli items, coffee, bagels, New York stuff, because I love that type of food. Got to understand, I've only met about three of these, I think 2 or 3 of these people ever in face. We all just know each other through a Facebook group and through phone calls and group chats and stuff like that. I started getting watches from guys who were just giving me watches from their personal collection just to cheer me up. And I never asked for any of these things. Holiday season rolled around, and I kept getting more and more items from these people. Challenge coins that was made for us. We have our own little challenge coins, if you will. And it's got our crest on it, a front and back of our crest, and you give them out to friends. There have been a couple of people, Colt and a few others, who have just gone above and beyond. And I've never met these people before. That's what's insane about this. We started off as a love for a hobby, and we grew into a brotherhood of people who do things that are impossible to believe. The group has given away thousands of dollars to charity, helped give away a bunch of watches to a bunch of veterans. We've helped pay for some cost of funerals for old members. We've helped raise money for people who've been in a really hard spot. We've talked to a few members off some very dark ledges and some very dark nights. We've been there for people losing best friends, uh, fathers, mothers, fur babies. Rush, I love you no matter what. We've gone through a lot of things together. I would have never thought years ago that social media, which is really the bane of our society because it creates people doing some absolutely insane things, would have brought to me so much joy. And I guess that's what this whole story is about. Complete strangers went out of their way to give me whatever they could from the kindness of their heart because they cared about people. Because they didn't want me to be alone, because they wanted me to remember that there's good in this world, to never ever forget that, to never ever let, no matter how dark the day is, to never forget that the sun is still there and it's always going to be there and it's always going to shine upon you and whoever else in your life as long as you allow it to shine. I don't know where I'd be without these guys. I don't know where I'd be without the caring of others. High school friends who I haven't seen in 23, 24, 25 years have all reached out to me. Mindy and Mose and Scott and Zach. People that I barely remember have given so much to me just because they're good people. And I guess the point of my post today is, in a long way, that don't ever get locked in to what good is supposed to be. Just let good happen. And whenever you think the darkest possible storm is arising, always remember the sun is just behind that. The light is always like the darkest part of the day is right before the sun comes up. The calm after the storm will always come once the storm passes, and the storm will always pass. Storms come and storms go. So with the ongoing global situation, with people sick, frontline workers, businesses closed, don't forget at the good of people because it's everywhere. You just have to look and let it come in. If anybody's watching this at home, if anybody's listening to me, if anybody's taking time out of your schedule to listen to a potato head like me, please let people be good to you. Let them be generous. Let them show you what they want you to see. Don't get stuck in what it should be or shouldn't be, and don't turn down good. Let good happen. I've been blessed. I can't even. This is the worst thing that'll ever happen to me. I'm in a retirement home and I'm 41 years old. This is about as low gets. I died. I came back to life. I was given another chance to do something that I love doing, which is living. I love to live my life every day because every day I believe you are given a chance to truly make a difference, to truly make a change in the world. That's not a tagline. That's not a slogan. I believe in my heart that every day you wake up, every day you're vertical, you are given a chance at life, another crack at mastering this thing called life and extracting every bit of value from it that you can. For me, it just happened to be a group online called the 710 Brotherhood. Started off as a bunch of guys that like watches and, boob pics and girls and alcohol and cigars and all kind of craziness. Man stuff, stupid man stuff. Turned into the single greatest collection of people I've ever been a part of. And without them, I wouldn't have made it. I wouldn't have. Because last year, about this time, I thought about not making it anymore. I really did. For the first time in my life, I thought about, what if I just didn't hurt anymore? What if I just stopped getting wound care and stopped taking the pills and stopped doing this? If I just given up? Because giving up sounded a whole lot better than fighting, because fighting hurt so damn bad and so much. These guys wouldn't let me quit. So I'm not going to let you quit. Wherever you are, whatever you're going through today, don't do it. Don't quit. Let others lift you. Let people around you lift you. Family, friends, loved ones. Let them lift you off the ground every day that you question why you're doing what you're doing. Remember, somebody out there owes you a debt of gratitude because you've made a difference in their life some way, somehow. I apparently made a difference in some of these guys' lives. I don't know what I did, but they tell me that all the time. So they showed their gratitude towards me, which I'll never be able to repay. It's insane. So don't quit. Don't let people tell you differently. Don't let society tell you different. Don't let people tell you there's no good in this world, to tell you things are bad, to tell you that things are never going to be better. Don't give in to that. Don't. Keep fighting. And look at good whenever good presents itself. It's never going to be in a square box, with a bow and your name on it telling you what to do. It's going to be in places you don't always see. But let good in your heart. You'll find out it's amazing. So, not really a cohesive video today, but something I want to get off my chest and talk to you about. Probably the biggest part of my recovery there is, and that's been a group of guys and girls who, I can't even put a price tag on how much they mean to me. I tell them all the time I love them, but I don't think they believe me sometimes. Maybe this time they'll believe me now that I'm posting a video that hopefully lasts forever. So, I love you guys. Have a great week. I will talk to you guys next week. Please, if this means anything to you, if you care anything about this, if you have any comments about anything you'd like to see me do or talk about, or any suggestions, I'm new at this stuff. I'm just kind of talking from the heart, raw emotion, raw me, because that's normally the best part of me, is when it's unscripted and me just being me. Feel free to comment, let me know. Try to reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, phone call, whatever it is. I love you guys, and please subscribe, join, tell others. I'd like to spread my word as best I can to as many people as I can, and hopefully give to others what that group has given to me at some point in time. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.